For over a century, the war between the Talgorans and the Varelians raged across the stars. Planets were scorched, moons shattered, and billions of lives lost in a conflict that seemed eternal. Both species were advanced, ruthless, and evenly matched. Every victory was followed by retaliation. Every peace attempt ended in betrayal. The galaxy watched in silent horror, and Earth stayed quiet. Humans had watched from the shadows, hidden behind layers of quantum cloaking and diplomatic neutrality. They were not weak, just patient. Earth had advanced far beyond the warring civilizations, developing technologies so dangerous they were locked away. For decades, humans observed, calculated, and waited for a reason to act. And that reason came not from strategy, but from tragedy. In the year 3214, a diplomatic vessel carrying refugees from a neutral planet was destroyed. On board was a group of human researchers and their families. The incident was officially blamed on a navigation error, but human intelligence proved otherwise. It was deliberate. The Varelians fired the shot, and the Talgorans let it happen. It was a message: humans were no longer untouchable. That was the mistake. 5 hours after the news reached Earth, the war ended. The first move came in silence. Hundreds of Varelian and Talgoran warships suddenly shut down, their systems fried from within. No explosions, no flashy attacks, just dead machines floating in space. The second move was stranger. All interstellar communication across both empires was hijacked. A single message appeared: "We warned you. Now you listen." Panic spread like wildfire. Fleets scrambled, defense systems activated, and ancient planetary shields powered up. But it was useless. Human drones, millions of them, uncloaked in perfect formation. They were small, silent, and operated outside the laws of physics as the others knew them. When they moved, space bent. When they attacked, matter simply stopped existing. On the Talgoran capital world, time froze. Literally. Their capital city, once buzzing with activity, became a silent sculpture. Even light stood still. On the Varelian homeworld, a storm of data descended, terabytes of human knowledge and history injected into every system. They learned of Earth's wars, its evolution, and its warning: we do not interfere. But we do not forget. By hour 3, both species surrendered, not through communication, but through total shutdown. Their AI systems refused to obey orders. Their fleets powered down. Their people, seeing cities crumble and skies darken, simply stopped resisting. Then came the twist no one expected. Humans didn't occupy. They didn't enslave. They left. But before they did, they activated a planetary protocol in both empires: mutual dependence. Food systems, transport, even language processing were now shared. The Talgorans and Varelians had to cooperate to survive. If one fell, both would starve. The final message from Earth was simple: now you understand power. Use it to build. If you fight again, we won't respond. Because next time, you won't exist. And just like that, humanity vanished into the stars again, leaving behind a galaxy too stunned to speak and too scared to ever forget. Whispers spread across the galaxy like wildfire. Some refused to believe what had happened. How could a species that had stayed silent for centuries, known more for their stories than their firepower, bring two mighty empires to their knees in just 5 hours? But it wasn't just the power that haunted the survivors, it was the precision. Every move had been calculated, every step perfectly timed. Humanity hadn't lashed out in rage. They had acted with a cold, terrifying certainty. In the aftermath, the Talgorans and Varelians scrambled to understand. They analyzed what little data survived, trying to reverse engineer the human drones, the time-freezing technology, the way entire networks were taken over without warning. But every attempt failed. Every trace of human tech self-erased the moment it was scanned. They were left with nothing but questions, and a shared fear. What scared them most wasn't the weapons. It was the message. Humans weren't conquerors. They didn't want territory, resources, or tribute. They wanted silence, order, peace, not because they were kind, but because they understood chaos better than anyone. Legends began to rise. Some claimed Earth wasn't real, but a myth created by an ancient AI to control the galaxy. Others said humans had become something else entirely, no longer flesh, but consciousness woven into dark matter itself. There were stories of planets that suddenly healed, of diseases cured overnight, of voices heard in dreams warning leaders not to reignite the war. But one thing was undeniable, no one dared test them again. The galaxy began to change. Borders dissolved. Old enemies became unlikely partners. New alliances formed, built not on trust but survival. Trade flourished, and with it came a golden age of innovation and exploration. The Talgorans, once warriors, turned their fleets into research vessels. The Varelians, known for espionage, became ambassadors of peace. Still, deep underground, in the forgotten corners of both empires, resistance festered. Secret groups called for vengeance. Humanity must bleed, they whispered. They will return. And next time, we will be ready. But no one could find Earth. It had disappeared from all maps. Probes sent to its last known coordinates found only silence. No planets. No stars. Just void. Then, one day, a message appeared on every screen, in every language. You still do not understand. The war was not between you. It was within you. And now it is over. It was signed with a symbol, a simple human hand, open and still. Some believed it meant peace. Others thought it was a warning.